You ever wonder what happens when you mix hot lava and chicken? Uh-oh.
Weird.
Prepares, so I have literally been exclusive to Minecraft for the last month and a half.
Right.
All Minecraft all the time. I'm in a little movie called Minecraft.
Rachel Zegler is panicking, and it's not subtle anymore. After spending a year defending Disney's live-action Snow White, she's now watching the film crash at the box office, while a movie about pixelated blocks is making headlines and breaking records. According to industry insiders, Rachel is reportedly looking for a therapist. The pressure, the backlash, the constant social media dragging, it's all catching up. But instead of owning the moment, she's reportedly started blaming everything and everyone around her, including Minecraft. Yes, Minecraft. Rachel is now allegedly suggesting that the success of the Minecraft movie is one of the reasons Snow White flopped. Not the script, not the tone, not the press tour, but the fact that a silly video game movie is making more money than one of Disney's biggest properties. And the numbers? They are humiliating. Minecraft crossed the $700 million global milestone in under 20 days. That's more than 3 times what Snow White has made in 3 months. Snow White, once considered one of the most iconic Disney IPs of all time, is now losing to zombie creepers and blocky animations. But this isn't just a box office L. It's a full-blown breakdown. And it's not the first time Rachel struggled with a backlash. An old clip just resurfaced, back from when the Snow White remake was first announced. In the video, Rachel's visibly shaken. She nearly tears up as she tries to explain how overwhelming the hate was even before the movie came out.
It's hard. And it's lonely. It's very lonely. I just know that if that loneliness can exist, so can other things, and I will be okay.
At the time, it felt like she was under attack for no reason. But now, after months of bad press, controversial interviews, and tone-deaf commentary, even her own fans are starting to shift. People expected backlash. But what they didn't expect was for Rachel to start deflecting this hard. She's pointed at internet trolls. She's hinted at a hostile filming environment. She's even subtly suggested that co-stars didn't support her. But nowhere in her public comments has she taken full responsibility for the film's tone, the press messaging, or the way she spoke about the original Snow White. And now Disney's pulling the emergency brake. According to reports, the company is halting its live-action remake strategy altogether. Projects like Tangled, which were already in early development, are now being reviewed, which is code for they might get scrapped entirely. It's not just one actress under fire. It's the whole strategy collapsing. But while Rachel was pointing fingers and struggling to spin the narrative, someone else stayed quiet, until he didn't. Because Jack Black just gave an interview that might have been the most polite but savage reality check of the year. And in less than 30 seconds, without saying Rachel's name once, he clowned the entire Disney approach and reminded everyone why Minecraft is winning. Jack Black has been in Hollywood long enough to know how to handle a PR mess. So when interviewers asked him about his role in the Minecraft movie, the same movie that just crushed Snow White at the box office, he didn't gloat. He didn't trash anyone. He just smiled. In an IGN interview, Jack said,
Actor prepares, so I have literally been exclusive to Minecraft for the last month and a half.
Right.
All Minecraft all the time. I'm in a little movie called Minecraft. I don't want to brag, but it's kind of a big deal.
Oh, man.
Just Steven it up in the Minecraft universe, getting back into it. Because I did play years ago because my kids were super duper into it and I wanted to speak their language. So I studied hard and I learned and I was getting really into it, building houses and tunneling around. And now I'm getting back into it and it's pretty rad.
That one sentence said everything. He was honored, grateful, focused on fun. It was a kind of energy fans love. No politics, no lectures, no shade, just joy about being part of something cool. And fans instantly clocked the contrast. When Rachel was asked about Snow White, she said she didn't like the original film. She called the prince a stalker. She mocked the original story's themes. Jack Black, he leaned into nostalgia and said he felt lucky. Rachel Zegler, she publicly distanced herself from the original and treated the role like a lecture opportunity. Then came the viral moment that lit up social media, a Minecraft parody skit of Jack Black roasting a chicken in lava, but the chicken had Rachel's face edited onto it.
You ever wonder what happens when you mix hot lava and chicken? Uh-oh.
Weird.
It was a short, savage meme, and it blew up because it felt true. Jack Black, without saying a word, had become the accidental face of what fans actually want. Good vibes, good characters, and zero preaching. And it didn't stop there. While Rachel was sitting in nearly empty theaters with flowers, Jack was being celebrated across fan pages and subreddits. His approach, fun, light-hearted, respectful of the audience, lined up exactly with what Minecraft delivered. A movie made for fans, not to scold them. That's the part that stings most. Rachel and Disney tried to modernize Snow White by stripping away its fairy tale charm and replacing it with message-first storytelling. Minecraft didn't do any of that. It told a simple, fun story and let the players and parents show up for it. And then there was South Park roasting Disney again in the now iconic Kathleen Kennedy scene, where she says,
"Is there a problem, people?
We were just discussing ideas of what to do with the new Prince Eric movie.
Put a chick in it, make her gay."
One sentence that summarized exactly what fans feel is wrong with today's corporate content strategy. And Jack, whether intentionally or not, he positioned himself as the anti-woke antidote, without ever needing to say the word. But while Jack Black was quietly winning, Rachel Zegler was heading into full image repair mode. Co-stars began speaking out. Her past interviews came back to haunt her. And for the first time, even she started admitting that maybe, just maybe, she got some things wrong. After weeks of silence, subtle blame games, and viral interviews crashing her public image, Rachel Zegler is finally starting to accept some responsibility. But the question now is, did she wait too long? Because behind the scenes, the fallout is still spreading. Snow White hasn't recovered. Disney hasn't said a word. And even Rachel's own co-stars are beginning to shift the narrative. Gal Gadot, who plays the evil queen in the film, recently opened up about the production experience. She didn't drag Rachel directly, but she didn't defend her either. Gal said the set lacked companionship and promised she'd speak about Rachel when she feels comfortable. That's PR speak for, it was bad. And that kind of comment adds up. Because one of the biggest criticisms around Rachel Zegler wasn't just about what she said, it was how she said it. The tone, the arrogance, the dismissiveness toward fans who genuinely loved the original story. It wasn't just about disagreeing. It was about acting like everyone who disagreed was the problem. Now, even her old controversies are resurfacing again, like the time she called Trump supporters names on social media. The backlash was immediate, and Rachel eventually apologized, but not everyone bought it. Conservative commentator Megyn Kelly Flatout called her apology fake and performative.
The reason we had Rachel Zegler on the docket is she's an asshole. So she came out and took a large dump on half of the country, everyone who voted for Trump. So I attacked her, and then she came out and she said, I apologize. Like I went too far, but it wasn't sincere. And my team, my helpful team, pulled this thought from December 2023, in which, I would say she leans into her role as both victim and heroine. Listen.
And to everyone who hates when I win, the winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces, and people still line up to see her.
Oh my God.
And I can only hope
What does that mean?
that despite my flaws and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them, that at every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
That moment, like so many others, feeds into the growing perception that Rachel's image was always more curated than authentic. Then came the emotional curveball. Rachel posted that her dog was suffering from a mysterious illness and that she was asking fans for support during what she described as an incredibly difficult time. The post was heartfelt, raw. It wasn't a PR move. It felt human. For a moment, people paused. The same audience that had been dragging her for months suddenly saw a glimpse of the real person underneath the press tour rehearsals. And some fans, even critics, started wondering, maybe she's not the villain here. Maybe she was just unprepared for how brutal Hollywood can be when things go wrong. But sympathy can only go so far, because as Rachel tries to regain footing, Hollywood is already moving on. Reports suggest her future projects are being reconsidered. Casting calls are stalling. Directors are hesitant. Studios are scared of more controversy. Snow White still hasn't even cracked $100 million in the U.S. And for Disney, that's not just a flop, that's a red flag for every future reboot. It's not just about one film anymore. It's about brand trust, audience fatigue, and whether Rachel Zegler's name is now tied more to controversy than capability. And just when the dust started settling, another voice entered the conversation, one that could take this to a whole new level. At the end of the day, this wasn't just a box office battle between Snow White and Minecraft. It became something way bigger. It turned into a mirror. One movie was marketed with sincerity, nostalgia, and fun. The other was packed with messaging contradictions and interviews that sparked more debate than excitement. And when the numbers came in, the audience had already made their choice. Now Rachel Zegler's name is tied to one of Disney's biggest modern failures. But here's the thing. She's not the first actor to get caught in a studio's identity crisis. And she won't be the last. As for Disney, they are quiet now, canceling remakes behind the scenes, letting the box office numbers fade out without a statement. But you can bet the next move they make will be safer, less political, more calculated, because they know eyes are on them, and another flop like this could be the final straw. What do you think? Was Rachel unfairly targeted? Did Disney set her up to fail? Or is this just what happens when classic stories get stripped for parts and rebuilt for PR? Drop your take in the comments. We read everything. And if you thought this story was wild, wait till you see what we're covering next. See you next time.